Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark. So, we are here in the Carter Hydro Dam where we left off last time, and we have completed it. Luckily, this part is considered the upper dam. So, we hung out here for a little bit, did what we could do in this area. Inside, scavenged what we could, found some different clothing, changed some things up. So we just kind of went through our inventory a little bit. We're still encumbered, unfortunately, but I did make about 2 gallons of water. So that is definitely holding us down. And the wolf that was inside, I took the meat, so that's weighing us down as well. We also have a ton of food on us, ton of canned food and stuff like that. I did try to get rid of a good amount of equipment and things I didn't need, things I had extras of and stuff like that. So this is some of the stuff that we're leaving behind. I'm actually going to pick up one of these bottles of accelerant because I used one earlier. Rifle cleaning kit. I don't think I'm going to need it for the rest of the round. I already cleaned it. The whetstone I ruined because I cleaned everything I could or sharpened everything I could. These things are curing. I didn't really care if they cured or not. I just kind of wanted to leave them because they're weighing me down. So a bunch of extra stuff that we just had a ton of sitting around. So we're finally done with the hydro dam. What we can do now is we can finally head out. We only have 3 locations left. The next location that we're going to be going to today right now is the Forestry Outlook is going to be one of the locations. And then also, hopefully in this episode as well, we will be able to get to the camp office also. So yeah, we're going to head to the Forestry Outlook right now. And yeah, hopefully that should be a pretty good place to stay out for a couple days. I believe it even has a fireplace or a fire pit or something on the inside. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So we're getting there. We're really getting there, and it's. I don't remember when we started the Nomad challenge. Like I said, I'm gonna look it up right before I do my last episode. But if everything goes to plan, this should be the second to last episode that we're going to be doing for the Nomad Challenge. So we're getting really close. Only 3 locations left, which is actually really nice. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid picking up supplies just because I have so much. I have, a really good, decent amount of food. I think I'm definitely going to be able to make it till the end. I'm kind of playing the end game now and just seeing what I might need to get me through the last bit. I have a full clip of ammo plus 1 bullet, 100% clean gun, 100% sharp knife, 100% sharp hatchet. So yeah, I think we're going to be able to get through this. I don't think there's going to be anything that we're missing or are going to need. The only thing is food and water. Luckily, though, with that gallon or the 2 gallons of water I made, that should last us a decent amount of time. And with the food that we have, we shouldn't have many issues. One of the biggest changes is I got rid of my deerskin boots, which I know was it was a really tough decision. I can actually probably look at it now. Whoops, that's not what I want to look at. So I got rid of my deerskin boots for these insulated boots. They actually have more weather and warmth and wind bonus protection than my deerskin boots, and they were in better condition. My deerskin boots were below 50%. So what I did was I harvested it, got a cured deer hide back, and then I got a cured deer hide back, and then I used that cured deer hide to repair my deerskin pants that I had, because those were also about 50%. So I was able to get my pants up to about 80%, and the boots that I have, I feel pretty confident with. They're waterproof, which is nice because part of the new update, I didn't really get a chance to look at the change notes or anything last time I played when the big update rolled out and everything. So I was able to look into it after the fact, and I found out they changed quite a bit of stuff again, which is pretty nice. There's now frostbite, which is a permanent health, affliction, I would say. It's a permanent thing. If you get frostbite, you're going to have frostbite, and you're going to stay with frostbite, which is really interesting. I'm wondering what that affects and how that's going to work. They also have a wet bonus, like a wet multiplier for your clothing. So depending on where you're at, you're gonna be, you know, if you're getting wet, your clothes are gonna get wet. And the more wet your clothes are, the longer you stay on the cold with wet clothes, the more chance of hypothermia and frostbite and all that stuff. So they're definitely getting more in depth with the survival mechanics. I'm not gonna bother checking these trailers. If we want, we'll check them on the way back after we've stayed at the Forestry Outlook. But as of right now, I can't be picking anything else up. I'm already very encumbered as it is, and I don't want to be more encumbered. So I'm just going to move past it. If we end up going through a lot of canned food and stuff like that while we're at Forestry Outlook, I'll swing by this way and see what they have. There's a wolf over there. He's interested in what I'm doing. Unfortunately, you made me do it. I'd really like to get your meat, but 10 pounds on top of the 95 I have will make it so I move very, very slow, and that's just not something I can do. I'm not concerned about getting the hide either. The only thing I can do with that is cure it and fix my wolfskin coat. And I don't think we're going to be in this game long enough to let anything cure fully. If anything, that wolf skin that I laid down in the dam will cure, and we can always swing by and pick that up if we absolutely need to, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. So yeah, it's really interesting, some of the changes that they've made to this game. It's really nice seeing the progression. I remember there wasn't much to really be concerned about. As long as you didn't get too cold, you were fine when the game first came out. It was one of those things where you're just like, nah, yeah, as long as I'm not cold, I'm fine. But now there's so many different things you got to worry about, which is really cool to see. So I'm really happy that they're continuing to progress this game and update this game and make it so that the sandbox mode has some life to it, has some challenges to it, and I think all that stuff is really gonna improve their single player or their story mode when it finally comes out. So still no news on the story mode. They said that they want to make it perfect before they release it, which I can understand. I'm okay with that. As much as I would like to play it, I want them to release something that they like and not just something that they released because everybody wants them to release it. You know, it's like, might as well just get what they want and what they've been trying to make the right way. And it seems like they're trying to do that. They're not trying to rush themselves. They're trying to make something that's going to be worth releasing, that people will enjoy when it comes out. So I'm fine waiting. With the new challenge modes and everything like that, there's a lot to do while you wait. So I'm not too concerned. We're doing okay. Feels like 17 degrees. I did get rid of one of the extra coats I had on. I had 3 coats on. I got rid of one just because it was only giving me like probably a 1 degree warmth bonus and like half a degree of wind protection. But it was adding a pound of weight. And yeah, it's just, I had to get rid of it. That's going to be another concern with this new clothing mechanic, is because you can wear underclothes and overclothes. Weight is now going to be an issue as well, because, you know, you don't really want to be weighed down with all these super heavy clothes. So, did we? Yeah, we did. We reloaded the, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is not what I want. I hope he goes to the right. This is gonna be a little bit of a concern. Okay. Maybe if he goes off to the right, hopefully we can kind of scoot by him. Because that's the last thing I'm trying to do right now, is to go up against a bear. I just don't need it. I don't need the pelt. I don't need the meat. Well, I could use the meat, and I actually could use the pelt, but it's just not what I need right now. I would much rather deal with just trying to survive in these locations for a couple days than to try to deal with a bear. Gonna hang out here. Feels like 34 degrees. We're actually warming up while being outside. Look at that. That arrow's going up. That is crazy. So we're just gonna chill out here since we're not freezing. I'm just gonna wait this bear out. He doesn't see us, which is fine. I know we gotta go up here to the left is where the forestry outlook is gonna be. Kind of where the bear is heading, unfortunately. Oh man, this is not what I wanted. I'm recording this the day after Christmas. Probably the day this is gonna come out. It's just not gonna come out anytime close to when I would like it to, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Had a busy weekend, obviously, with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and were able to spend time with your family and get the day off of work and all that stuff. And I hope you got the gifts that you wanted. I had a pretty good Christmas and Christmas Eve. Got to see some family that I only see once a year. My brother's out visiting right now, which is nice. Again, I only get to see him once a year. So yeah, I'm so far so good for the Christmas season. I'm still looking forward to my vacation that has kind of started, but kind of not started at the same time. I was able to take Saturday and Sunday off, which was Christmas Eve. No. He flipped around real quick. I was trying to scoot by. Damn it, man. What am I going to do here? I just want to get past. I just want to squeeze by. Can I walk up this? I can't walk up this. It's too steep. He's really pitting me in here, and there's not much I can do about it, which is frustrating, to say the least. Because that bear will ruin my day. And my clothing. He will really ruin my clothing. And I could imagine with this whole wet clothing mechanic and stuff like that they're focusing on clothing, I can't imagine what they've possibly changed with being attacked by a bear. I know a wolf will tear your clothing up super easily. A bear, who knows? Okay, he's walking the other way. All I gotta do is just squeeze past him to the left. If I can squeeze past him to the left, then I'm fine. I don't know how many bullets it takes to take out a bear. I don't know if it's possible to take out. I know it is possible, but I don't know what it takes, what it requires. Now, if I start going and I close the gap, and then he all of a sudden decides to flip around and start walking this way, I'm in trouble. So I'm just gonna make sure that he isn't gonna get all crazy and start just turning around for no reason. We gotta go up here to the left. Right there. All right, bear, please just keep walking that way. Please just keep walking that way. That's all I ask. You can do it. You can just, yeah, you're good. You're all right. I just want to keep an eyesight on him. I want to make sure that he's not going to do anything crazy. Okay, it looks like he's far enough that I'm confident in being able to walk past this area. I'm not going to search this corpse in the ground because forget that. I'm just going to try to walk up here, keep an eye on behind me. Make sure that there's not going to be a bear that's not going to run up behind me. Now, remember, I haven't been to the forestry outlook in this area in a very long time. And I remember the coming up here the first time, there was a wolf up here. Long time ago. And then I came back again, I think there was another wolf. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a wolf up here or not. I really hope there isn't. I hope because there's a bear down there that there isn't going to be a wolf up here. All right. Made it to the forestry outlook. And it doesn't appear that there's a wolf up here, which is really nice. So, this is our next location for the next 3 days. Go ahead and put the gun away. I don't think we're going to need it anymore. But yeah, this is where we're gonna stay. This is our next location. This one will be pretty nice. Like I said before, I really like the views on these forestry outlooks. I'm gonna take a quick look around the outside real quick, just to make sure that there's nothing outside that I'm missing. Nope, we're all good. All right, well, here we are. Hey, look, a hunting rifle, very nice. And a box of ammo, really good. So, this is where I'll be for the next couple days. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut, I'm gonna do the 3 days. I'm gonna stay in this for 3 days, but I'm gonna cut it out so when we come back, I should be done with this location. And then hopefully, we can go from the forestry outlook to the camp office, because I'd like to complete both of those in one episode. So we're gonna go ahead and stay here and do that. Ooh, a rope, that'll really help me out. And we will be right back. All right, well, it's been 3 in-game days. We went ahead and completed the forestry outlook, and we're doing good. Made some more water, got 1.5 gallons of water, went through some food. We have a lot of canned food, but not so much bagged food. We're doing okay, food-wise. Nothing else has really changed. We got some fishing hooks. When we go to the camp office, we might do some fishing down on the lake. Clothing, everything's doing well. We sprained our wrist walking down the stairs. I'm not even sure how that's possible, but we did it. And it was definitely our wrist, not our ankle. Not sure why. But yeah, so we completed the forestry outlook. We have the trapper's cabin and the camp office next. So, right before we left, we picked up that mountaineering rope. And I thought, there has to be an area around here where you can do a mountaineering rope. I mean, we just climbed up this big thing. And there is, right over here, this rock. Because those big pointy rocks kind of stick out, especially that. And I was kind of looking around this area. I got this guy and I was looking around and I saw that there was a gap in the fence here. I had the mountaineering rope and then I saw this rock and I thought, oh, that's got to work. So it worked. It attached to the rock. So we can now go down the rope. And that way we don't have to go all the way back down and around to get to the forestry, get back from the forestry outlook, and we completely bypass the bear, which is just amazing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's there. We don't need to carry it around. That rope was actually 11 pounds, which was a little ridiculous. But we don't need to go by it. We don't need to be concerned about it. We can kind of just keep going. We can remember where that's at if we ever want to come back to the forestry outlook. But I believe we have to go down this way to get back to the railroad tracks, because the next place we're going is the camp office. That's where we'll leave it off, is once we get to the camp office. I believe it's this way. It could be. I didn't really want to go that way because I'm pretty sure that's the way the bear is. There's a wolf right there. Oh, shoot. He's coming. He's coming. Why? Just leave me alone. Well, you made me do it. I'm sorry. How much weight do we have on us? 94? Oh, we need meat, though. Oh, he's got 13 pounds? Oh, God. All right, let's go ahead and harvest all 13. It's going to take us 43 minutes. It should be worth doing, though, hopefully. Well, let's see how encumbered we are. Hopefully we don't walk too slow. Oh, no, we're doing okay. We're going to continue to walk fine. Okay. Well, that worked out then, I guess. Should I go down that way? Which... What's this way? Let me take a look. This looks like it kind of overlooks something. Let me take a look down this way. That way does seem interesting, though. But I'm not sure. I really need to find the railroad tracks, so I kind of thought they were going to be down this way. Oh. Huh. Is that where I need to go? There's a deer down there. There's a ton of animals this way. What? 3 deers and like 3 rabbits. That way seems important. But I'm just going to check out all these animals real quick. right. Oh, 4 deers. What is happening? That is so many. I've never seen that many. If I was in desperate need of the clothing, oh, it'd be going down. But I'm pretty sure once I fire one shot, they would all start scattering. Wow, look at all these animals. So many. That's crazy. We might want to turn around and go that way. I'm just not sure. I'm just looking for the railroad tracks. There's a gap in the rocks right here. Because I think we went... So if the forestry outlook's this direction, I know we kind of like looped around because we're constantly going to the left. So we like looped around that way, which should... Oh, wait a sec. Oh, yeah. No, if we go through this, we should get to the railroad tracks. The railroad tracks should be right on the other side of this. I remember coming through this way before. If there's not railroad tracks, I'm turning back. I think there's railroad tracks. Yeah, there is. Okay, we're good. All right, well, that's nice. Being able to find our way back to the railroad tracks. I'm getting a lot more familiar with these maps. They did actually release a new area with the most recent update. I'll have to check that out at some point. Maybe what we'll do is we'll kind of just give it like a one-shot go as a starting place, if that's possible. And yeah, we'll check it out and see if it's possible to start off there. It's kind of like Timberwolf Mountain in terms of like there's not many man-made locations, but they said if you find the cabin or something like that, there's some sort of like desolate cabin or something in that new area. I'm blanking on the name of it. But they said if you're lucky enough to find it, there's some good supplies there. So maybe after we're done with this challenge, that could be like a single episode thing. It's just kind of start off in that area and see how it goes. Camp office. Yeah, so there's the train car, which is to the... Is the camp office on this? No, it might be the next clearing. I know it's on the left. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, wow, that's actually not that far at all to get to the camp office from the forestry outlook. Well, if you use the mountaineering rope, which was really handy that it was there. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, we're at the camp office. In the spare time that I'm gonna have while I'm here, I'm gonna go out onto the lake. I got 3 fishing tackles. I also have the 13 pounds of wolf meat that we picked up. So I'm going to try to do that. We're probably going to go through a good amount of that wolf meat just hanging out in the camp office. But then I'm going to go fishing out here and try to pick up a couple different fish. I believe there's a stove in the camp office that I can use. I hope so. I believe so. I'm not 100%. Let's go ahead and go inside and check it out. I'm pretty sure there is, though. From what I can remember, there is. Yep, there is. Okay. Wow, it's a lot brighter in here than I remember. It's been a while since I've been in the Mystery Lake area. I gotta be 100% honest. This is all kind of like... I haven't seen it in so many updates that everything looks a little bit different, which is actually really cool. Oh, look at this. This is much brighter in here. Another still a corpse in the corner. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. This will be our next location, the camp office. We gotta stay here for 3 days. And after that, we got one more location, Trapper's Homestead. Or the Trapper's Cabin. We know where that's at. That's over in... Wait, front door's here. That's over in, like, that direction, kind of. I know where it's at. It's through that wooded area. I'm a lot more familiar with Mystery Lake than I am with most of the other locations, so it should be relatively easy for us to get over there. Like I said, I'm going to cook up some of this wolf meat we have. I'm going to go fishing and get some fish. And in the next episode, we'll work our way to the Trapper's Cabin. And we'll finish off this challenge. I can't believe we're only 1 episode out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit the like button. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.